This is the white man's true history. This is the white man's true history. And then it goes all the way deeper into the oil situation. Because the word till the ground is really about the oil. The white man has fought some of the world's most devastating wars over oil. And oil is really about energy. And they call money currency because money is really energy. Okay? It's supposed to be silver and gold, but it's not based on silver and gold. So it's really about energy and the movement of commerce and the movement of products. So it's not so the black gold is not really the end all be all. It's really about energy and the movement of natural resources. When you till the ground to take the black gold out of the ground, to charge your slaves for their movement and their energy, it's not going to yield forth its strength. You understand? Meaning it's not going to serve the purpose that it's supposed to serve to stabilize your kingdom. It's going to disrupt your kingdom. And it is disrupting your kingdom. Because oil is $5 a gallon and that dollars a gallon and you know the economy is being erupted and disrupted and reverberating because of the curse that was put on you from the very beginning. And I know it, and I know it sounds it sounds a little bit reaching, but it is the truth. It is the truth. It can't be. Think about it. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? The Romans fought wars over. Well, they just fought wars just for the sake of it. But when the white man actually had to come up with excuses and reasons for their wars, at first in the beginning of the New World Order agenda, it was about natural resources. You understand? It was about natural resources. They had to farm the natural resources out of the ground. And slavery, they used slave labor to do it. And they built the empire over it. But what ended up happening was that it was the slavery was costing the white race because the slaves were uprising, killing them, and all types of shit. It was an industry that they really couldn't afford to continue. And they ended up losing Haiti. They ended up losing most of the islands in the Caribbean and South America because of the slave revolts. So tilling the ground also has a lot to do with slavery. When slavery became obsolete because the Industrial Revolution came up, then it became about oil, and then we ended up fighting wars over oil. Okay? We ended up fighting these devastating wars over oil. And before we was fighting these devastating wars over oil, we had the bank, the Federal Reserve, and the Jews setting up wars so that they could go into Jerusalem. Natural resources has been the white man's problem for the last 500-600 years. Really, it's been his problem for most of its history. So that scripture, when you till the ground, it should not yield forth its strength, is basically in general description of the white man's basic problem on the face of the earth. And he has other problems too: can't procreate, wickedness, debauchery, prostitution, faggot, homosexuality, demon worship, destruction, racism, recessive genes, can't go out in the sun, blah, blah, blah. He has other problems too, but that's one of his main problems. Okay, let's go to Micah 7:17. Micah 7:17. Licking the dust of the ground is being a slave and a servant and bowing down. Thou shalt lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of the Lord our God and shall fear because of thee. Okay. So the serpent is going to lick the dust of the ground, who is a man. And then the other nations, because 7:16 says, the nations shall see and be confounded at their might. They shall lay their hands upon their mouths. Their ears shall be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. That means bending down, and that means bending down to the ground in subservience. Okay, so the serpent, which is a man, is also bending down to the ground in subservience. All right. Let's continue. The serpent is a man, and Cain is the serpent. Let's go to Isaiah 14. Let's see. Isaiah 14:4. Okay. Thou shalt take a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased in the golden city? The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and is none hindereth. That's only the white man. Only one group of people ruled the world, but still kept bombing the shit out of them. And he's bombing the shit out of countries in his own kingdom. Because that's the white man. He's bombing the shit out of countries in his own kingdom. Okay. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirs up the dead for thee, all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. This is World War III and the end of the white man. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Because everybody's going to get the bomb, so everybody's going to be at a level playing field. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. You know, you white people are going to be destroyed. Here we go, Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? How did the white man weaken the nations? He spread his seed all over the known earth. Only the Hamites and certain tribes of the Hebrew Israelites still have melanin in their skin. Everybody else is light, white, and bright. All of these nations are different, are basically light-skinned because the white man has weakened the nations physically, weakened the nations with his philosophy. The nations have become mad with the wine of the wrath of the great whore's fornication. The scarlet colored woman is America. The beast is Europe. Okay. But I'm not going to bother getting into that point. I'm just proving that the serpent is a man and that the serpent is Cain. He wants to go into outer space, and he wants to go into outer space to escape the judgments, and he wants to try to, take over the universe as well, because he's a demon. I will ascend up into the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, but you will be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider, is this the man that made the earth tremble, that made kingdoms shake, nuclear war, and the threat of nuclear war? He that made a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, Nagasaki, and, the other city, that opened not the houses of his prisons, the Hebrew Israelites all up in prison. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of the grave like an abominable branch, and a remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. So that's these white guys that's going to go to the Middle East. They ain't coming back. You black women that's going to the Middle East, your ass ain't coming back. Okay, these Arabs are going to annihilate you over there. Isaiah 27:1. In that day the Lord, with his sword and great strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. That's the serpent, man. You're gonna have to go. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together. This is peace on earth. And the lion shall eat straw like the bullock. Peace on earth. And dust shall be the serpent's meat. You see? And dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all the holy mountain, saith the Lord. So why is the serpent eating dust? But the lions and the lamb and all of them, they're at peace. Because the serpent is not really a serpent. The serpent is a man. And he's in subjugation. And since Cain is the serpent, Cain is not going to get no mercy. Okay, Revelation 12 and 8, 12 and 9. I'll start from 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And the dragon and his angels prevailed not, neither was their place found in heaven anymore. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out. I just told you that he weakened the nations, and he deceived the whole world. He spread his seed all over the earth, and he deceived the whole world. Okay, so this is Daniel chapter 7. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told it to the sum of his matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon thee, and four great beasts came up from the sea. So the dragon is also the serpent, which is also the devil. I'm going to show you what the dragon is. All right, I'm not going to tell you about the first beast, the second beast, and the third beast. They're not important. Let's just skip all the way to the fourth beast. All right. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the 10 horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, the all-seeing eye, the Illuminati, and a mouth speaking great things. All the fucking lies they tell about black people in general. Okay, this is down to 17.